to Black Women Heal Show. We back with another BWH Two-Cents, giving our two and advice from a listener family or niece or bro or nephew, whoever want to send us a letter and tell us about their situation ship. And this one just so happens to be right in alignment with last Wednesday's episode, Black Girl Daddy Drama. I swear, we kid you not, you guys. She emailed us this letter literally the day after we recorded that episode. It was so crazy. Like the universe just aligned that thing, right? So I hope, niece, that you got something out of last week's episode for Black Girl Drama. And if you haven't had a chance to listen or watch, make sure you do that, niece. And then we're also going to read a letter from her as well. We're going to keep her name and identity concealed for her privacy purposes and all that good stuff. But anyway, y'all, welcome to the goddamn show. We're glad that you're here, daggone it. Ladies, say hello.
Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome. We are excited that you are here.
Yes.
Yes.
This letter is so crazy, so disheartening, but this is everyday life for some people, so it's unfortunate. And so hopefully that again, niece got something out of last week's episode and we can offer her some more insight and or wisdom today. So to help her feel less alone, y'all know what the podcast description say. We here for you, baby. We gonna tell you when you fucked up too, okay? All right, let's jump right into it. The leaders, Elos Dinos, is gonna go ahead and read us their going letter. I'm gonna mute myself.
Right. All right, so here goes. Hi. First, I would like to say how much I love listening to you ladies. Listening to you all has helped me in so many ways. Here it is. Feel free to, leave out some things, jump around, summarize. I just want to give you all the full picture. I am 19 years old and I live with my dad. I moved with my dad at 16 because my mom got a divorce and my dad had room for me at his house. So overall, it was just easier for me to move with my dad. My mom fed me on a silver spoon in some ways, but in my eyes, she was just doing what she had to do to make sure I had a good life because she had me at 20. So when I moved in with my dad, he worked overnight. So we didn't see each other that much, which was fine because I understood he was working. During the summer that I moved there, going into my junior year, I began to work at Six Flags. I was 16, traveling 6 hours to and from work every day and working 40 hours a week. It was fun at first, but then it became like I had to work because I was supporting myself. I was buying my groceries, clothes, bus tickets, everything except paying rent. We talked about it and I told him I felt overwhelmed and I'm doing everything by myself. Another part of it, my dad is Trini. So y'all know how Caribbean parents are when it comes to emotion. During the school year, I wasn't able to work because of sports. So my dad had gotten so used to me buying my own groceries and caring for myself, he just stopped. So when the school year started, my aunt would give me her EBT card and I would get food with that. However, it always felt like I had to pay someone back or be grateful that I'm eating. So, fast forward to now. My dad and I do not speak that much or sometimes not at all. Before this, I told him it was unfair that he comes and goes as he pleases, as if he doesn't have four other children to live with. His solution to that was just to come home, however, not do anything a parent does, like cook, get groceries. It probably sounds like I'm being needy, but he lives very selfishly. Another problem I had is the rodent issue we have. We live in an old, unsealed, unventilated, unfiltered house. So we have mice and water bugs, also known, and roaches. They are not visible because the house itself is not dirty. It's just the foundation. So the water bugs will only go into the tub and the mice will go anywhere and we're at night.
Roaches.
Yes.
Okay,
Roaches.
thank you. Sorry, I just hate that. In the South, they call them water bugs too. To me, they're roaches.
They roaches.
All right, but keep going. Sorry.
Again, our house is old, so it molds easily, meaning the tub and the ceiling. I offered to pay for these things because I make good money for my age and I have no student loans, no rent, and no real bills. My dad said he would handle it. My boyfriend even got the stuff to fix the tub, but my dad didn't do it, so it continued to mold. Yeah, that's a no for me. Eventually, I started to feel uncomfortable, so I started to stay at my boyfriend's house with his parents. He's 23. 3 weeks go by, and my dad asks where I was maybe once or twice, but to me, it seemed like he enjoys having the house to himself.
Mm.
Lord. He goes grocery shopping, cooks for himself, but anything that comes to me, he doesn't do anything fatherly. So at the moment, I feel homeless because there's no place I can call home and go there comfortably. My boyfriend's home and my family are welcoming, but I'm still living out of bags. My mom just had a baby. She already does so much for me, so it's hard for me to add something else to her plate. I can't afford campus, but I can afford a nice apartment. However, my mom says black kids are always eager to move out, that they end up paying someone else's mortgage for the rest of their life. This week, mom planned a meeting for my dad and me because my mom thinks, people will change and we shouldn't give up on people. Long story short, my dad was down to the meeting like 100%, and I'll be there, and then that day comes and he cancels. It shouldn't hurt, but it didn't because I'm slowly giving up because I can't wait for him to change and act like a father. I think it only hurts me in the end. I told my dad that if he was my boyfriend and he had these patterns of saying he's going to change and he doesn't change, he would tell me to leave that boyfriend. So I don't think my dad should get any special treatment to break my heart. His response was, "Don't give up on your parents because when I was a kid growing up and going through my patterns, they didn't give up on me." Yeah, I know, crazy. All of this to say, how do you know when to cut your parent or loved one off? What do I do? Do I wait for change and keep going through this toxic cycle, or do I do what's best for me? Thanks so much.
Whew, thanks for the letter.
Lord.
That was a mouthful.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that
ooh,
was
baby.
that's a lot.
Did she say why she doesn't just get her own place? Because I heard her say something
Right.
along the lines that her bread is good and her
That's
money's.
what I was wondering.
So I'm kind of lost. Maybe I didn't hear that part, or
No, she didn't say it, but maybe she don't have all of the cost of living. So like maybe
Yeah.
she could afford the
but
rent but can't afford the utilities. You know what I mean? It's not all
Mm-hmm.
apartments, everything is included.
right.
Included.
And then if she
Hmm.
got a
Wait, but
car
go back
note,
to that
then
part where she said about the money,
Yeah.
just real fast.
Okay. She says, I can't afford campus, but I can afford a nice apartment.
Right. So
Got
why
you. So
don't
she
she
can't
get it?
afford to live on campus, right? Because it is pricey,
Right.
but she
But
can
she could.
afford to have her own spot.
She can afford to have a nice apartment.
She can't afford a nice
So
apartment.
Well, to me, there's your
mhm.
answer. I mean, in a nutshell, now we can unpack
Yeah.
some things, but there's
Right.
your answer right there.
mhm,
Because
Right.
Time to go.
technically,
To live
she's
out.
an adult.
mhm.
Yeah, you're an adult.
So she's
Mhm.
19, yeah.
Um, and he's right. So,
Maybe she don't have the security deposit though. You know
Yeah.
how they charge you security deposit for not having enough credit?
Mhm.
right. But
Because she
she
only
was the one that
19.
said it. So maybe she
I
considered like
mean,
a
that
roommate
one.
situation.
Maybe she don't have the credit for it. And
Mhm.
the upfront cost of getting the apartment might be too much. She just need to get her foot
Well,
in the
then she
door
need to
though.
save, take a couple months and save up for it. Because if she can afford an apartment, then to me, when you say you can afford an apartment, that
Right.
includes everything: the deposit, the rent, the emergencies that might come along.
I
Like
would
to me, when you say that you can
leave.
afford, that's what that means. So, I mean,
Um,
again, she's only 19, so that may not mean that to a 19-year-old. But again,
mhm,
when I hear that, to me, that means, you know what I mean? I have a little bit of a savings. I have some money to make things happen. Now, if
mhm,
that's if that is the case, sis, then yep, my advice is make it happen. But if
mhm,
that's not the case, then like I said, we have to unpack it a little bit more.
mhm. Because she obviously
Yeah.
works during the school year, during the semester. So it's not like she's not working during the semesters
Mm-hmm.
and not
Mm-hmm.
working full time, or I don't know,
So
maybe
she's
because she
living the
still
life
is.
of a full adult. She didn't mention that she had kids or anything like
No,
that.
she don't have any
No,
children.
she
Mm-mm,
don't
Right.
have any children.
Right.
mm-mm.
So
That would have been my first go to. Other well, I'm not even going to say it because it don't even matter because that's not really what the question is. The question was about when to cut off parents and or loved ones and
Mhm.
how she should go about it when she said, what do I do, and do I wait for change and keep going through this toxic cycle, or do I do what's best for me? She's already doing what's best for me, in my
right.
opinion, because she moved out.
Mhm.
Right. And so
That
you
was step
always
one.
have to do what's best for you. But
Mm-hmm.
again, what do you guys think? Look, because I'm the cutoff queen, so I will insert.
I,
But
I
I want to see what y'all say on a more positive.
well,
You
I
know what I mean?
can like I can understand just reading and then rereading the letter again gives you a different perspective.
Mhm.
And the way I'm looking at it is that she really wants to have some type of relationship with her father, because if the first red flag, just looking over it and feeling it out, like she's a very sincere person, and the last thing she really wants, it's like a last resort kind of thing, and she doesn't want to do that because she already sees how there's no he only has a relationship, maybe with the quick note that he only has a relationship with this child or this child, so it's like she sees that result, and the child is young, so she's like, okay, I don't want to have that, for me. Even though I'm already older, I'm an adult. Let me see if I'm flexible and open enough to try to work something out with my dad. Let's see if he's going to be receptive too. And he's kind of halfway, but he needs to be all the way because it's a toxic pattern. She's trying. She's been
Mhm.
trying. She's been doing what's best for her. And at this point in time, we understand, that's your father and everything. We get that. But sis, you got to do what's right for you, because you don't want anything to stunt your growth as you're trying to go and be and turn into a greater adult, so to say. So I say, hats off to you. You've tried your best. You got to do what's right for you at the end of the day. You got all the tools. So it's like, oh well, your mom did all of this. Are you expecting me to do that? Because sometimes what one parent may do, whether they're together or not, there's a certain level of expectation that's been set with the child. So if
And
the
maybe he
parents
can't spoil her. Maybe his financial situation isn't the same
that
as the
that
mother's.
He got multiple
You know what I
children,
mean?
multiple
right,
baby
Exactly.
mamas.
that
So
I can
maybe
understand.
he just doesn't have the ability to,
If
and
he
that's
can't
just
do one,
unfortunate.
right, if he can't do one, he can't do for all. That y'all know that phrase. I can't think of
Right,
it right now. I'm
Well,
stuck.
he has a whole bunch of other
But
kids with four
right,
baby mamas.
right,
right.
right,
All of the back contacts that he
exactly.
Probably
didn't
has
read.
child support drama and that.
Yeah,
Right, right,
yeah.
right.
Yeah. So
So
if he
And
can't
that's
do
why he
one, he
treating
doesn't
her
want
with
to
all
do
that.
for all.
He's treating her with more masculine energy than nurturing energy.
Well, see,
Mhm.
You know,
he's
I
from
don't know.
he's from the islands, right?
Okay.
And the
Mhm.
reality of the situation is there's no sitting down with your children and having these conversations that we know. Like
Mm.
it just doesn't happen. I
yeah.
remember being young, like I was very independent for my age. It's just I don't know if it's because of how they were raised, but they teach you independence at a very young age. Because even when I came to the US, um at the age I was 11, like I was very independent. And when you look back to when my mother had my siblings, you know, they were a lot more reliant on them than I was at their age. And I remember my mother would always tell me, like, I wish they were like you when you were that age, because I was very independent. But again, my upbringing was very different. But, I once heard somebody say, like, once you learn emotional intelligence, you become a dangerous person. And the reason being is because once you learn how to control your emotions and not let your emotions control you, you you are a dangerous person, in the sense that a lot of people find it unfathomable for you to cut your parents off. Family does not mean enduring physical, emotional, any kind of abuse, and if you're in the situation where it's not conducive to your growth and your healing process, sometimes you have to cut family off, mother, sister, brother, cousin, I don't care, because if I'm telling you I have an issue or I'm trying to resolve that issue and you're not responsive to that, I just have to go about my business and work on myself. And like Ashley said, maybe revisit the situation later at a different time. But right now, I just need to cut you off so I could heal my own self and work through my own issues and then come back to you. And maybe we could have a conversation later, but the reality of the situation is he's from the islands, and if he was brought up like I was, there was no conversations where people actually sit down with you and explain and actually talk things out with you. It just doesn't happen. They teach you independence at a very young age. You have to do a lot of things on your own, and that's
And
just how
that's so
it
that
is.
so that's why he's got her working and paying the bills like that.
Probably because it's not even something you just learn to be independent at a young age. It's no silver spoon in your mouth and everybody doing everything for you. It just doesn't happen. You have to fend for yourself at a young age.
Makes sense.
And him having multiple kids, like a lot of times, not saying he is, but a lot of times, men, island men, not all of them, but a lot of times, many of them are womanizers, so they have kids here, there, and everywhere. It's just part of the culture, I guess.
Well, that's not much different than any other race of men.
Right. I was gonna say.
Even Muslim men are allowed to have multiple wives in the U.S. under the law of their religion. So history taught us nothing else. Men like to fuck.
So do the Mormons.
Right?
The Mormons they have multiple.
Right about
they have multiple wives as well.
That ain't but it all does make sense, especially with Cheyenne reminding us of the island aspect
culture
of the situation, and
the culture behind it.
Yeah, because it really does show like just hearing it, never having to experience it, but just looking at it and learning more like about it, and I'm like, damn, it's like it makes you, I'm grateful for I'm grateful for everything, but it really does give you more of an eye opener to that, and having to have that sense of, oh, just go ahead, like, no, you gonna go out in here, you gonna go do this, instead of waiting until they get to a certain age. Oh, you 18? Oh, get out. That's like
right, and a lot of this stuff is like learned behavior, because they pass it on from generation to generation, and
unhealthy.
Isn't it so dysfunctional?
And that's why it's so important, again, for you to heal, because you have to learn what is yours and what was passed down to you, because
exactly
most of the times, most of it is not even yours. You have to decipher what's yours and what have been passed on to me that I have accepted.
Yeah, that's a hard dose of reality. Like, whoo.
But cutting a parent off is never easy, let me tell you, but sometimes it needs to be done.
It's necessary, and sometimes you feel like all that toxicity is like weighing you down.
Yeah,
and it's like after you do it, you feel kind of free from it. You know what I mean? You don't have to hear about it. You don't have to deal with it. You know what I mean?
You don't have to. You don't have to.
Right. Yeah. No chalkboard scratch.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And you just have to get to the point of, I'm not going to place myself in a room where I'm uncomfortable. I don't care if it's a room full of family. If I don't feel comfortable in your presence, I will not be in attendance, period.
Facts. Because there's so many rooms that will, not make you feel that way. Whether you're alone in that room or with, people that you meet along the way. You know what I mean? What they say,
It's just
go where you're celebrated, not where
Right.
you're tolerated.
Tolerated.
Okay.
That's the one.
You
Facts.
All
know?
2021 and 2022. Damn sure.
yeah.
Yes.
There's so many like unspoken, like unwritten rules when it comes to like how to deal with your family in like different levels. Like it would be like this is just me thinking like they got all these other things for like self-care, this,
Mm-hmm.
that. It's like how to deal with your
Yep.
family members
But for
in these
parenting,
levels. Level
right,
like parenting
right.
level 1, this level 2, and like give a scenario and stuff because it's like so many people when they go through that process of cutting off a parent, the first thing family want to do is make them feel bad.
Yep.
Exactly.
And
Yep.
that's why
Like
I
it's
said
like come
last week, you gotta cut
Mhm.
their ass off.
Because it's
Huh.
toxic. A
It
lot of
is.
times,
Right.
It is
families don't want to deal with the issue.
the
They want
issue.
to sweep it under
Put
the
under the rug.
Yep.
avoid the elephant
Now,
in the room. Like we're no
okay.
Mm-hmm.
longer avoiding the
Mm-hmm.
elephant in the room. Either we
No
address it or I remove myself.
Mm-hmm.
facts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like
Because
we got to get to a point not to do that because it's like because then they're making it seem like okay if my family's gonna do this and then I go out here and I end up meeting friends that end up becoming like family, are they going to have the same mentality as my family? So right there's already been a seed that's planted and it's not good. It's not going to
well, I
bear
don't
any type
think
of
it
good fruit.
works like that. Usually, when you are in this situation, your radar is up. You know what you will and will not tolerate. That's why you are at the point where you've cut off someone who's so, vital to you, your being, at least for you being here. So I don't think
Mhm.
that it's like automatically, oh, can I trust these people? You think that before you even get in the situation. Like I can't speak for everybody else, but I can definitely speak for
Right.
myself because I'm an only child, like I always say. So I don't have siblings that I can just say, hey, show me the way or bounce ideas off of. I have to bounce it off of,
Mhm.
acquaintances, friends, or
Right.
family. I mean, because I still
Mm-hmm.
do deal with a lot of my family. But for me, because of the way I've been treated by certain family members or whatever, my radar is
Mhm.
way up. So I'm not just letting any and everybody into the cipher. You know what I mean? And
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Understand.
I don't think that everybody's like me, but I think that a lot of people that are in this type of situation, like I say, it's like your guard is up because
Girl.
again,
Mhm.
your own family has made you feel some type of way for whatever reason. So maybe some people, you know what I mean, are just kind of like frivolously just trying to fit in or get in where they fit in. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that
Or trying to give a
everybody
chance.
operates from that space. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like I said, your guard is up even more. So you're even more guarded with who you'll allow, you know what I mean, to be in your circle.
Yeah.
So
Mhm. Right. And
like I
there's
said,
always that
not
little
everybody, but I
yeah,
can definitely say
not
from my
everybody.
experience, I think Cheyenne is agreeing from her personal experience.
Mm-hmm.
Please
She
do
is.
a lot of
Yeah.
gaslighting too. So
Yes.
Yes, they do. Mm.
Yes, they do. Because Lord
a
have mercy. Because
lot.
it's like you'll have one conversation with one person, and then that person will go tell so and so, and then that person tells so and so that everybody else has an opinion about the situation. It's about A, B, and C. So they need to find their way out of it. It
Right,
don't concern you. Your
right,
opinion does not matter. Shut the
right.
hell up. As soon as you go to do that, they want to da da da. And I'm like, you know what? You can go play handball with the curb and go kick damn rocks.
Bottom line is,
Like at
niece,
the end of
you
the
know what you
day.
got to do, baby.
Right.
Exactly.
You already know what it is.
Hmm.
You
That's
know
Mhm.
what it
right.
is.
And you're
Okay.
already doing it.
And yeah, you didn't took half the fucking steps.
And you're able to
You
say
just
you
need
on the
some
right
confirmation,
track.
baby. This is your
Definitely on
confirmation.
the right track. That's
Go
This is
right.
your
live your best
confirmation.
Thanks for reaching out. Mhm.
Right.
life.
Listen, listen, listen. Also,
Okay.
look, we got a second letter
Now let's
as
see.
well. And this one is a relationship related situationship, entanglement, whatever you want to call it.
Ooh,
It's two parts. Niece, I can't even
got
say she's a
more
niece because
red
she didn't tell us
berries than
how old she
Captain
was, but
Crunch.
she had to send us two different emails for this one so we could get the full picture of it. And yeah, this is another wild one. You guys really be fucking going through it out here in these streets. God damn.
Yes. Hi, ladies. I just started listening to your show, and I wanted to personally thank you for creating content that I can relate to. I wanted to share my current heartbreak story that I know could have been avoided. Last year, around April, I started conversing with someone I knew mutually through high school. We never talked back then, so I was surprised 8 years later, and now we're interested in one another. Our first date wasn't a date. I should have put my foot down, but instead, I was anxious to get to know him, so I accepted the house date. Sis, I already know what it's going.
Right.
Damn Netflix and chill, but no damn Netflix.
Okay, and no damn chill. Oh, it was hot as a motherfucker up in there. Look,
talking about
Talking about a damn house date. What is that?
All right, right.
Okay. No, are you under house arrest?
Dang.
That's what I know, but a house date? Nah.
But she's very cognizant of herself because she prefaced it with,
is.
you know what I mean? So we're not clowning. We're not clowning. We just had to kind of.
But house date.
We just had to.
Okay.
We had to get on you for a
House
second.
date.
You know,
we just had to fuck with you for a second.
Just for a second. All right, let's get back into it. Let's
probably had the panties in the drawers mansion. It's okay. It's okay. We'll let you be great. We'll let you be great.
What happens on the
Plot
house
twist.
date?
Our protagonist.
Right. Okay. So we had sex, of course, and yes, it was amazing. He didn't inform me about his 4 kids and 3 baby moms until after we were intimate. That was my fault, though. I was under the impression he had only one daughter. Only had a daughter because she was all that he talked about. I even got pregnant, but because it was so early in the relationship and I didn't want to be baby mom number 4, I got rid of the baby. Now, I should have left when I found out about his kids, but I didn't want to give up on someone. I am a mother of 1, and I also listened to family and friends that told me to give him a chance. Overall, for the entire year of the relationship, he was emotionally unavailable. Red flag. Red flag.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was during
the
COVID
first red,
too. Look, wasn't this during
the first
COVID?
red flag was the fake ass Netflix and chill. That was the first one.
He right, and then the house date. Right. Same shit.
That's
and
2.
Then now this. Okay.
3.
No, the 4 baby moms and the kids, or what? 3 baby moms.
Damn.
4 kids after,
she let him walk.
After they had sex.
Oh, damn.
He told her that. It was like, you sneaky. I would have been like, oh, well, that was some good, but I'm good. Look, that was some good, but I'm good. All right, let me keep reading. So let's see. Overall, no. She says, I am a mother of 1, and also, I think I said this already, but I'm gonna read it again. And of 1, and I also listened to family and friends that told me to give him a chance. So overall, the entire year of the relationship, he was emotionally unavailable. I always had to deal with other women, even if they weren't sexual. His friends were around more than I was. He gave me a key to his place. We even talked about moving in together. He loved my son, and I loved his 2 oldest kids. The youngest weren't around too often. It was a lot, but I couldn't find myself to give up on him. What led to our breakup is when he got into an accident and couldn't explain what happened. Another red flag. An hour before the accident, he wouldn't answer his phone, and when he did, he gave me attitude. My intuition pushed me to check his phone, and when I did, it was pictures of women, and he claimed I didn't have anything to worry about. I spoke to the girl, and she told me what he told me, that they weren't sexual, but she didn't know that he was in a relationship either. I called myself teaching him a lesson by blocking him.
My intuition led me to look at his phone. I like that one.
No, that ain't
That's
no
hilarious.
goddamn
Okay.
No.
Okay. That's another red flag. Anytime you have to look in the phone, you're gonna find.
You already know what it is, baby.
Right. Okay. So she says I blocked him for a week to show him that he could lose me. I felt like he was taking me for granted. But when I didn't
He was already lost.
Okay. Right. He was emotionally unavailable, have all of these children.
He didn't give a damn that you blocked
The
him or
best
not.
friends didn't know about you. The best
The
girlfriend
best
friends.
friends. Yes.
That's
Mm-mm.
that's a hot mess.
No.
Okay, so when
What's
I
that,
reached,
9?
Go ahead, Ashley.
I stopped counting. Okay, look, when I reached out to him, he was done. Okay, capital DONE, done. Told me I was selfish and I pushed him away.
That's the
He said,
narcissist flipping switch.
very
Playing
All
the
narcissistic.
right, let her.
victim.
Come on, finish. Ashley.
Flipping
Come
bait.
on, baby.
Flipping bait.
Right.
Okay,
Bait
I'm
and
gonna look for
switch.
my
Bait and
smallest
switch.
violin
Yeah.
while you reading it.
Okay, so let's see here. He said that I always, well, he told me I was selfish and he pushed, and I pushed him away. He said that I always make things about another female. Now, I know this man is gaslighting
Gaslighting.
me, but I'm still hurt. I only made it about other females because he was. He had exes and female friends that did not know boundaries. But then again, I don't know how they were when I wasn't around. I attempted to get back with him, but he turns me down every time. The sad part is, I know that I deserve better. Maybe I just miss his dick moving on his heart. Okay.
She said maybe I missed his dick, but
Oh,
moving
I
on is
said it
hard.
wrong. Oh, yeah, that was me. My bad. My bad.
You
Okay.
dickmatized.
Girl, we know in
Yeah.
your mind and ready for the baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I do appreciate not stressing anymore, but then again, I'm still stressing. Realizing that he flipped everything on me, I just
Of
thought I
course.
could be the woman that he wanted to change for.
Babe, niece, sis, I don't know how old you are, so I don't know what to call you, but sis, need to go back and
Mm.
listen to Why Won't My Man Change for Me? Okay.
Okay.
Yep, and I got a
Like,
song for you.
if you have not listened that far, because you said
Let it go, Keisha Cole.
listen,
Let it
he
go.
said
That bullshit
flip it and
way too
reverse it
high.
like
You need
Missy
to cut
Elliott.
it.
Okay.
Flip the man, he flipped that thing on her. Okay, he
Flipped it
flipped
in
it all the way
reverse.
around.
Yes.
Well, we already
Yes.
know he was
Trying to play
bitches.
the.
We already
But
know he
that
was bitches
Mm.
from jump.
from jump, because he slicked. Well, again, she should have never accepted that house date. Okay, that was slip up numero
A
uno.
man that don't want to
Because
take you
had she
out
had went
in
on a
public.
date, she would have found out how many kids he
And at a
had,
house date.
and then she could and then she could have made a decision from there. You know what I mean? But you
Yeah, because he was
admittedly,
already plotting. He was already plotting from the jump.
Well, the thing
you
was is that
in
she wasn't his
lust.
leading lady.
She's in lust. She's not in love.
You
She
know, she
lusting
wasn't his
after
Yeah.
that
leading
dick.
lady. It's somebody else out there that he's dicking down, giving her even better dick than she was getting. So if the dick was that good on some like half ass, just come to my house for Netflix and chill, so you can imagine what the real dick is like. You know, sometimes they
Right.
be holding out on you.
Well,
So
it's 4 kids worth, okay?
yeah,
That's
Right.
hello,
from
He
different
in
women.
a
basically
couple different
right.
moms.
But
First of all,
Right.
look,
he got his own unhealed trauma. First of all, because
first
a
of all,
man that has
but
that many baby mamas
right,
ain't
but
never been married. Red flag, baby.
right, but
His
he's not the
father
one
probably did the
writing
same thing.
into the show. She is, right?
Yes.
And I'm always the one that's gonna go beneath the surface. Like I guarantee you, she had somebody in her life that was emotionally unavailable, because that's what happened when you had emotionally unavailable people around you, whether it's parents or whatever. You seek emotionally unavailable people unintentionally. So that's one. Number two,
Mm-hmm.
she sounds to me like she has this pick me syndrome. Like pick me. It doesn't matter how many red flags is in your face, blaring, waving, red flag, red flag. It's like pick me, pick me. I don't care what you show me, just pick me, because nobody else probably gave her the time of day. You understand what I mean? Like, so
Right.
it's like the little bit of attention from an emotionally unavailable person. It doesn't
Mhm.
matter how the attention
That
comes.
sounds about right.
I'm willing to accept it because you're giving me some kind of attention, although it's not going to last, but I'm forever going to be chasing that little bit of attention that you do give. That's what happens.
That
And that's
makes
what
sense,
it
because she
sounds like.
says the sad part is I know that I deserve better.
Yes.
So it sounds like the irrational, emotional side of her is allowing this because of what you said.
And
Something along the
she's probably also an empath, which people take advantage of that. When you're an empath, and he sounds a little narcissistic in the sense that he tried to flip the whole situation on her. When all along, he probably wanted no parts of it, but he didn't know how to let you know that. So he used you distancing yourself as reason why, I don't deal with you anymore. That was his out. That was his out.
He got what he wanted.
Exactly.
And it's showing that he never gave a damn. And that's why he's always been emotionally unavailable.
Right, because he got what
they
he
don't
wanted.
Know how to.
Exactly.
Love.
Exactly.
They don't even love their own children.
No, they don't.
Nope.
They only love
everybody around them. It is conditional based.
Yeah, that's because that's why they need energy sources, because they mirror what you give them and they drain your energy. That's what it is, because they have no empathy. They have no feelings.
Right.
No. And the sad part is that she gave away her ace card.
Once he got that, he was done.
That was it. That's right there. That's your ace card. Like I had said before in previous episodes, like my mom says.
So he was done at the
house
your
ace card. Yeah, it was done.
He's because the way it starts is the way it's gonna end. The way it starts is the way it's gonna fucking end.
Mm-hmm.
It started on some Netflix and chill. It was gonna end a high ass fucking mess too.
That's right.
You understand? I don't give a damn how long you know him. You don't know him as an adult man, because she said at the beginning that they know each other from high school, right? And so that means that she probably felt comfortable to Netflix.
Right.
But you fucked up, niece, because you should have made his ass take you out, or you take him out. Y'all should have been in a public space.
And you
go
to
the
bottom.
Even if this was the midst of COVID, go to the park.
Something.
Okay.
You don't ever give away your ace card. Don't. You gotta set a higher standard for yourself. Damn, everybody else they set higher standard for yourself,
because they knew each other in high school. They was homies.
Well, she should have felt comfortable.
That's why
going to the Roof Chris Steakhouse or the damn picnic park. Like,
but then she said this was. I think she said this was the midst of COVID.
She couldn't go nowhere, so it's in the middle of COVID. They started talking during COVID.
Well, they was dicking down, so
right.
I need y'all to get to some goddamn picnic.
That's why I say go to the damn park.
That was
right. Sticking you down. You need to know who's sticking it in you. Okay, and not just his government name.
But if you go Netflix and chill, just know that this is what it's gonna be. You done gave it. This is what it's not gonna go no further, and don't expect nothing more.
Right.
No, like if you don't know,
you set the bar for this really low, and you know that. You know what I mean? And moving forward, you have to learn from this, sis. It's over with this dude. He never gave a damn. You know what I mean? There's not one part of the letter where he gave a damn. He didn't give a damn in high school. He didn't give a damn. You probably popping now. He still don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
give a F.
He don't give a damn.
Nope.
Development.
The part that bothers me is that she allowed herself to be strung along for a whole fucking year with this shit.
Man, listen,
you know what
it's
I'm
probably because it was Corona, or whatever.
You know what I mean?
The pandemic.
I know that
coronavirus.
Being single,
well, we can't say that
COVID
on
was really hard for many people. I read the articles about that. About it being very difficult for single people and.
Yeah,
being
they was having
during
dates.
COVID.
Yeah,
but they also sound like she have low self-esteem.
It does. Because she said, I know I deserve better. That lets you
when you know, if you know better and you value yourself, it's like, I'm not accepting this.
You're not gonna
even if the dick is bomb.
Even
if the dick is bomb, cut it.
Okay, because he's not the only bomb out there. Okay,
right.
So that's just not a strong enough argument. Especially when he got all these
when that dick is real good,
not a prize.
Doing some stupid ass shit.
Yeah, it really does. But I don't know how old she is, but she got to grow up. She has kids. Okay, she needs to mature. She has a kid of her own. He got too many kids to even want. He is not.
He being a damn bartender
mixing drinks. Low. It's like mad low. Like he got too many kids. And I mean, short of him being like a billionaire, which I know is
And
because
the
you
fact
led
that
the
she got
conversation
pregnant
with that.
within that little bit of time, the other ones probably got pregnant the same.
Yep, and they kept it. So obviously, but it's just
So I
like,
tried. So another thing
yeah.
is here is that we fucked up on is that we wasn't charting our fertile window, okay, with the app on our phone. Okay, so we got to make sure we're doing that. Everybody listen.
And
Chart
we
your
need
fucking
to
fertile window.
don't let
Yeah.
him
And why
shoot the
you
Because I know
right?
don't let
everybody
him
You
doesn't
shoot the
in the
club
believe.
out.
club.
I
He
know
should not
everybody
be
doesn't
shooting at the
No,
believe.
club.
I know
you're not
everyone
getting in the
doesn't
club.
believe
Do
in
not let
birth
him shoot up the
control and taking
club.
synthetic hormones. That's fine. But chart your know when you fertile, okay? Chart your fucking ovulation cycle. Couple
But
for at
she
least
should
3
not be
months
let
to
with all
find
the
out what your
female
pattern is.
friends.
So if you're gonna go out here and fuck off, at least know when you can or won't
They
get
got
pregnant,
plenty
okay?
of
But be
apps.
safer, because if you're
Or
gonna
and
fuck
use
off with a
condoms and
nigga
stuff.
who
You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly,
all of
because
that.
who knows?
But we all know
Getting-
that condoms can break. You know what I'm saying? These situations do happen, and if he's well endowed man, he may not be able to fit a condom. You know, so we have these type of situations too. But somebody need to be doing something. We are too fucking
Right.
old, got too many damn degrees,
Let's
making
move
too much
on from
money not
him.
to be able to chart our fertile windows, okay? And all of
And
the
you
other
need to
stuff.
set a good example for your
Period.
child. You know, not only for yourself, obviously, but for your child. And don't think that children don't know what's going
They know
on.
every
Like,
fucking
unless
thing.
you're doing all of this outside the home, which I highly doubt. Okay, he probably Netflix and chilled at your crib and blew your back out, and then the child didn't heard.
Wiki.
Okay.
Mommy.
Getting that cut up.
Get off my mom.
Okay.
He like, right. He up in there like baby boy and cooking breakfast the next day.
Jody, my Jody. He ain't
Jody
not little mama's
Christ.
boy. He
You want
never
a
gonna leave
song?
his mama.
Thanks.
All right,
Yeah.
look,
Yes.
we not clowning you, niece. We just clowning because
No, we're gonna have to
this
have
should
fun
be
with
real
it.
facts though. Like this is really happening to people, and it
This is
just reminds
crazy.
me of why the fuck I got married. God damn, shit, this is
It's a
crazy.
lot of
Right.
I remember
bullshit
all
out
of
in
this.
these
I just
streets.
remind like when I hear these
Yes.
stories with the nieces and the nephews, I be like, damn, I forgot about stuff like this happening. Like I've been through the same kind of shit. Like you just forget about it, man. Who God,
Mhm.
Jesus H fucking Christ in the manger.
Yeah.
Okay,
You definitely need to.
In the manger.
sweet
No.
baby Jesus in the manger couldn't fix his ass. Okay.
I can't.
I quit.
Well, you know what to do, baby. Just stop calling his ass. Block him on social media, on the Twitter, on the Snappy Chat, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook Messenger. Because just because
He
you unfriend
straight
somebody
flipped
on
it on
Facebook
her.
don't mean they can't Facebook Messenger you. They can still fucking Facebook Messenger you, okay? They can email you and all that shit. Block his ass from every
Block.
fucking thing. If you gotta
He'll be
move to a new
back.
Block
city,
party.
if you gotta move to a new city, move to a new city. I don't know. Do something.
it.
Change your number. Do something. Get him out of you and go back and listen to Soul Ties, okay?
And
Right.
work
Let
on
that soul
She
tie
needs
go,
yourself.
to,
baby.
she needs to start from the beginning
She
and
needs
work
to
her way up.
heal. You
I
need
hope
to
she's
heal,
doing it.
mama. If that means you need to go to the gym, I don't know you.
What your
So
release
but there's,
is,
but
yeah.
you know what I mean. I'm just trying to give you some ideas, because then you can work. The gym
Work
lines will
that
get
shit
that
out.
stress up off you.
They're going to, you know what it is. Both of y'all that wrote us them damn letters. Y'all know what the F
Together.
you need to do, okay? Get it
But
together.
we love
you guys.
y'all.
We
We
love you.
love y'all
Yes.
for
Y'all know what to
trusting
do.
us.
Y'all
with
going back and forth
your
trying to
situations.
rationalize and everything. And I get it, because I'm the rationalized fucking queen out this bitch. You hear me?
But some things
Overthink
you
like a
can't
mother effer.
rationalize.
And you can't make it make sense because
No.
the shit is toxic. You can't make toxic shit
Right.
make
No,
No
you
matter
gotta make
how
yourself make
how
sense.
you
No,
twist it.
it never works. It never works, you guys.
It just
we
sounds
love you, baby.
crazy.
No,
We
no.
love you, okay? We love y'all. Shit. We're gonna do better.
Yeah.
It's like shit.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.